Hi everyone, we've reached our next point of interest, Northland Outfitters Campground, and I'm finally going to get to see a Thomas Dambo troll. Benny the Beard Fisher is here, and for $10 with carload you can get to see Benny the Beard Fisher. Wow! There's Benny! I'm so excited. As excited as I have been for this trip to the UP, I've been more excited to see a Thomas Dambo troll. There's been so many times where we've been close to a troll but just didn't have the time to stop and visit one. Alright, had to change out the battery in the GoPro. So a little bit about the artist. Thomas Dambo is a Danish recycle art activist who is known for his installations of giant monumental wooden sculptures called trolls, made entirely out of recycled materials. The trolls are installed in various locations in 17 countries. Wow. Look at those feet. So excited. Oh, he's so cool. Wow. Look at him. Benny the Beard Fisher. So I guess some of the trolls are supposed to be mean trolls and some are friendly trolls, and Benny is a friendly troll. Benny loves to fish with his long beard in the Manistique River. Patiently he waits on the shoreline to catch a fish. Pretty cool. There's Benny. I'm gonna hold this and I'll walk up to him. For perspective, he's a pretty big guy. So excited. We might have to visit more trolls.
So you know your battery is. Is that battery on there?
Hi everyone, welcome back. We are at our next point of interest, Sable Falls. Looks like it's 500 feet ahead. $168 stair steps down to Sable Falls. It's gonna be a stairs day. Alright, after a short walk, we're at the top of the stairs. And here's a waterfall. And I want to say Sable, but I believe it's Sable. Just from other videos that I've watched from this area. So I think it's Sable Falls. And they are 75 feet high. They're located in the eastern section of Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. Hello. There's splints. Alright, so if you continue past Sable Falls, the trail will take you down to Sable Beach, and since we have the time today, we're going to go check it out. We really didn't get to see much of Lake Superior yesterday, and we stopped at Whitefish Point because of that thunderstorm that rolled in, so this would really be our first look at it. Alright, definitely worth a short hike past the falls. Not only is Lake Superior the largest of the Great Lakes, it also has the largest surface area of any freshwater lake in the world. It contains almost 3,000 cubic miles of water, an amount that could fill all of the other Great Lakes, plus 3 additional Lake Eries. It is the largest, coldest, and deepest. The average depth is 482 feet. Look at those. And if we look all the way over here, that is the Sable Lighthouse, and that's where we're headed next. We stopped at the Log Slide Overlook on our way to the Sable Lighthouse. It is located approximately 7 miles west of Grand Marais. In Michigan's past, loggers built a long wooden chute on the dune slope to slide logs down into Lake Superior, where they could easily be floated to sawmills in Grand Marais. Legend has it the logs sent down the tall dunes on a dry log chute would generate enough friction to cause the chute to catch fire. Today the chute is gone, but the lumberjack stories still linger as you read the interpretive exhibits along the trail. The log slide descends 500 feet, and while it only takes a few seconds to climb down, it may take over an hour to climb back up. I think there's a trail here that goes over the right. We're just going to do that. Look at the color of that water.
Wow, look how far down that is.
Yeah, no. You go for a swim when you get down here. Alright, this is over here what we want, babe.
Hey, remember that to tell Grandma.
Yay. And we're getting closer to the lighthouse. It's right over there. You can see it now. Amazing. It is amazing. Beautiful, just breathtaking. That's amazing. Let's see if I can get under this tree here. Alright, made it under the tree. Wow, this is unbelievable. Words can't express how beautiful it is. Alright, we're on the North Country Trail again. And it's 1.5 miles to the Sable Light Station. Ooh, they have free guided climbs today. What have I said? As long as I'm able, I'll always climb the lighthouse. I think we've made it. For an up-close look of the Sable Lighthouse. The lighthouse stands on Sable Point on the south shore of Lake Superior, 12 miles west of Grand Marais. Built in 1873 to 1874, the light tower's base diameter is 16 feet with a height of 86 feet. The tower extends 23 feet underground and it's anchored in bedrock. A brick oil building and fog signal building were built in the 1890s. So I think I mentioned that the hike here was 1.5 miles. That's one way, so it's going to be 1.5 miles on the way back. But the trail was flat. So easy hike. It is beautiful. Red squirrel. This shows all of the buildings and what they are. So on the left is the head keeper's building. Then there's the lighthouse tower. On the right of the lighthouse is the assistant keeper's quarters. And the little building to the right of that is the fog signal building. And then these little round buildings, they are the lantern fuel storage buildings. And I guess this little brick building right here is the outhouse. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to climb. We would have to wait until 1:30, and it's only 12:45 right now, so I don't really want to hang around for 45 minutes. Too much to do. Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. Let's take this trail down to the beach.
What's that?
Let's take this down. Alright, that's a big one. My short legs. I wanted to see if there was a view of the lighthouse from the beach. And so Michigan is known for their Upper rocks, which glow under UV lighting. And I bought a UV flashlight, and of course, it's in the car. I'll have another chance, I think. Alright, so here's a look up at the lighthouse from the beach. And the black flies are biting. Bad. They also have Petoskey stones, and those will glow under UV light. And I was looking up to see what exactly they are, and they're actually ancient coral from an inland sea. I figured we'd head back on the beach, maybe we can see some of those shipwrecks. That's interesting. I know further down there are stairs to get down here, so the plan is to walk down to those stairs. Watching a video, so many people, rock hunt out here, and they were looking for agates. And agates had like orange coloring to them. And kind of like wavy stripes that go through them. And they were always looking in the water. Look at that. That might be one. I'll have to pick up some of these and look at them with my light. like that one. Alright, well, I do see something up ahead. Alright, this is definitely a shipwreck. The timber. That must be iron. Pretty big pieces of iron here. Gotta keep moving though, because these black flies are relentless. I have around 6 of them on my ankle right now. I like this one, but it's buried. Yeah. Let's see, how about this one? I'm trying to pick the smaller ones. There we go. This other shipwreck. I used bug wipes on my legs, and I think I should have used the spray, because it seems like they're all biting me through my socks. Alright, the stairs are right down here. The doggy. Made it to the stairs. And back to the trail. Alright, our next stop is going to be Miners Falls, so I'll catch you there. We're back. We're at our next point of interest. This is the trailhead for Miners Falls. It's 0.6 miles out and back, so a total of 1.2 miles. And I believe there's 64 stairs to go down to get to the lower viewing platform. We'll be back when we get closer. Beautiful trail. Lots of big trees, which is what I like. Alright, we should be getting closer. We gotta reach the stairs portion. These stairs look like they have taken a beating.
The fast-flowing Miners River drops about 50 feet over sandstone outcrop, making Miners Falls the park's most powerful waterfall.
Okay, last looks of Miners Falls. Next up is going to be the Miners Castle Overlook. The color of the water is beautiful. There are no kayakers. Let's see. This one right over here is Miners Castle. We're at the Miners Castle Overlook. This is the only overlook that you can drive to of the Pictured Rocks area. Oh wow, there's somebody in that cave down there.
Mom, give your phone.
Another view of Miners Castle. Alright, this is the view from the lower overlook. Yeah, let's go.
Oh God, it's so high up.
Water.